Welcome friends, welcome to Physics in 20 minutes. In this video, we are going to solve some of the problems which are based on Newton's laws of motion.
So I have first problem here. A frame attached with a weight W is attached to the patient's neck collar. So a patient is lying here, to his collar in this way a weight is attached. Normally it is done to keep the patient, certain kind of patients straight. If the coefficient of static friction between 78.5 kg patient's body and the bed is 0.75, what is the maximum traction force along the spinal column that the weight can provide without causing patient to slide? Under the condition of maximum traction, what is the tension in each cable attached to the neck column? Here is my diagrams. Can you tell me what are the forces working on the person? These are my forces. For person, weight works downward, normal reaction upward, tension works right, and the friction work to the left. These are my forces on the weight, tension upward and weight downward. Remember, if I assume the rope or the string to be massless, tension would be the same. Acceleration is 0. Normal reaction is equal to mg. M is given. That will give me the normal reaction as 785 Newton. G is 10. Multiply the 2, you get 785 Newton. So maximum traction or maximum pull that one can get is force of maximum friction, maximum static friction force, mu times n. So mu is 0.75, so 0.75 into 785 will give you 589 Newton. So this is the maximum tension that should appear in the string. Tension in the string we know now, T. Now let's say the tension in this string is T1 and tension in this string is T2. So that means this string is T2 and this string is T1. Acceleration is 0, remember. So if I take a point mass somewhere here, then I can show that on the person's neck in this direction the tension is T2 and in this direction tension is T1. Now T1 makes an angle of 65 with this axis. So I have T1 cos 65 working towards left, T2 cos 65 working towards right. Since the person does not get any lateral displacement, these two must be equal, and that tells me that T1 has to be equal to T2. So from the symmetry of the diagram also you can conclude that T1 and T2 will be same in magnitude. Their component in this direction is going to be T1 sine 65 and from this side T2 sine 65. So the net component of the force in this direction, since T1 T2 are equal, will be 2 T2 sine 65 or 2 T1 sine 65, which has to be equal to T. So therefore we can write 2 T2 sine 65 is equal to T, which is 589 Newton. Therefore T2 will be 327 Newton. I hope everyone have understood.
Yes, sir.
A small car with mass 0.8 kg travels at a constant speed on inside of a track that is vertical circle with radius 5 meter as shown in the figure. If the normal force exerted by the track on the car when it is at the top of the track is 6 Newton, what is the normal force on the car when it is at the bottom of the track? So car is going in a vertical circle, it will press the surface at B in upward direction and normal force will work in the downward direction. This is a very special case. The speed is held constant at 12 meter per second. At the topmost point mg and nb is working in the downward direction, acceleration is in the downward direction. At the lowest point the na and mg will work in opposite direction, normal reaction upward, mg downward. Acceleration is going to work in the upward direction. So at the lowest point I can write my law, na upward mg downward is equal to mv square by r. Then na will be mg plus mv square by r. Put the values, Get my answer? Straightforward. Third, maybe the last problem. In figure, a worker lifts a weight W by pulling down on a rope with a force F. So this rope is being pulled with the force F. The upper pulley is attached to the ceiling with a chain, and the lower pulley is attached to the weight by another chain. In terms of W, find the tension in each chain and the magnitude of the force if the weight is lifted at a constant speed. Remember, the constant speed is a very important word. Assume that the rope, pulleys and chain all have negligible weight. Remember, the acceleration is 0 here. So if acceleration is 0 or the mass of the rope is 0, the tension in the rope is constant. So I have this one long rope and it will have same tension all throughout. Since it has been pulled by the force F, the tension upward has to be equal to the force F. Tension in this long rope will be equal to the force. Do remember that. So let me quickly show you the free body diagram. Free body diagram for the weight is W, weight working downward. Tension in this chain, this is a different chain. So tension in this chain could be T1. So W downward, T1 upward, there is no acceleration. So that makes T1 is equal to W, remember that. If you draw the free body diagram for this pulley, then you will have T1 tension in this chain working downward, which is T1, and you have T2 working upward, but remember T2 will work in from two ends. One is from this end and one is from this end. So the total force working in the upward direction has to be 2T2. So 2T2 is the upward force, T1 is the downward force. So T1 is equal to W. So 2T2 is W, or T2 is W by 2. But T2 is the tension in this long rope, which has to be equal to the pulling force. So T2 is W by 2, that we all know, and T2 is equal to F. So F is equal to W by 2. So this arrangement of pulley allows you to apply half the force as that of the weight. So if your weight is W, to pull that you need a force which is half of the weight, that is W by 2. So that is the advantage of using the pulley system.
We stop here. Thank you.